Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. And so, Mary's going to start this morning with the weather and water, and then after, we'll talk about what's going on out here for a little bit of news. Okay, Mary. There you go, man.
All right, Donald, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it's 61 degrees and have some haze going on. We're going to have some patchy, dense fog through 9 a.m., so anybody that's leaving, take off a little extra early so that you have a lot more time for visibility. It's supposed to be pretty dense. High today in Blairsville is 68 degrees with showers and thunderstorms this morning, and then cloudy, and rain is likely during the afternoon. There will be some gusty winds and small hail possible. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds with 90% chance of rain. Then this afternoon or this evening, we're going to have a 52 for a low, and there's going to be a few clouds with winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 64 degrees with patchy fog before 8 a.m. and then areas of fog and showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 30 miles per hour, and there is an 80% chance of rain. Tonight, 49 degrees for your high with a slight chance of rain and thunderstorms before 8 p.m. It will be partly cloudy overnight. Winds are 15 to 20 with gusts up to 30 miles per hour, and then there's a 20% chance of rain. Water's good on the trail right now with all the rain we've been having. Make sure when you're setting up camp, you're checking for those loose branches and limbs. You don't want to set up an area where they might be falling down. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Donald now, and we're going to have some other trail chatter. Donald?
Oh, thank you, my friend. Awesome. So, I'm just looking up some AT news and I see here that someone's dog died from eating a tampon. I saw that the other day
Yes.
too, man,
What a
on the
horrible
news.
thing to happen.
Yeah, I think it was actually on the news also that someone discarded a used tampon on the trail. These people, the people hike with their dog, and the dog ate the tampon. They had it removed. The dog formed a and had
It had an obstruction, and then I guess it
an
got an
infection,
infection from it
an
and ended up
infection.
passing. It was only 2 years old, too, and it doesn't matter the age, but that's a young dog. Unfortunate situation.
Yeah, he looks super curious too. He's cute. That's
Definitely.
that's really too bad. And
Yeah.
so I'm looking at other things going on. What's happening on the news, and I don't see a whole lot right now. I think that the trail is kind of quiet right now,
I
actually.
think so, too.
I think there's people out here, man, but it's really quiet. It's just that time of year. I think that people are also holding on to their money. There's not a lot of people traveling. I noticed that, well, I've been reading that places like Maine and where tourists go, Montana, Wyoming, and other places have seen a decrease in tourism because of what's happening
Right.
politically, and so it's unfortunate that that's how it affects everyone, because we are definitely seeing a difference.
Definitely.
And of course, I'm always looking at the internet and reading stuff, and uh, even though I don't talk about political stuff, I still follow it,
Of
and
course.
because it does affect our business and everyone
It
else's.
affects everybody, regardless if you own your own business or not. There'll be cuts in businesses that you just work for, and then it affects people when you have things going on. They have to make choices on what they're going to spend their money on, and of course, eating and paying bills and everything
first.
is going to be your first priority.
And saving
That's
money
right.
for what might be
That's right.
happening further in the future, because there's just so much chaos going on that people, even though we don't care, well, we care, but we don't choose sides. I just want the best outcome
Right.
possible, no matter who is in charge. And so that's all I want to see
Right.
is
Best
like
for
what,
everybody.
right, what's the best for all of us as a group. And so unfortunately, it's so chaotic, man, that I just stay away from it. But also, I have to watch because it affects our business, and we have to watch how we spend our money and where it goes, and because that's just how it is,
Right,
man.
everybody needs
We'll
to-
lose everything if we don't watch what we do. We'll lose our shop. We'll lose our home.
Yeah.
It's just
We need to make wise, educated choices as to what's best for all of us individually in our lives.
yeah. And I'm definitely seeing a decrease in movement out here. I think a lot of places are, and that's why you see a lot of places throwing up sales and stuff. Not only that, I mean, there's
Right.
seasons change, and there's always the new shoe. Like there was the new phone every 6 months, and people just can't. They don't care. They've got to have that new shoe, so or that new phone, and so that's what they're banking on. Big Agnes did put out a tent made out of new material, which I want to check out. It's supposed to be lighter, more durable, and from what I understand and have been told, I haven't actually read it yet, but I guess that the new tents are also the new material does not cause cancer,
Okay, that's a good thing.
right, guys? Wow. Anyways, so yeah, so we are seeing a decrease in movement out here, but there's still people coming. We're still getting calls, man. I mean, last night about 10 o'clock, we were still scheduling rides. The phone was kind of quiet throughout the day, but whenever you go to lay down and after you're all fed and fat and laying back watching TV and ready to pass out, the phone calls start coming in. And so it always happens. Like if we need some work, we're like, well, let's take a nap, man. Right? Let's take a nap.
That's right. Let's take a nap. The phone will ring.
And it does. And so last night, man, we had quite a few calls, which was, yeah, definitely, dude. I like hearing the phone ring, even though sometimes I don't like hearing it ring, but it needs to ring to, so we can have work, man. Yeah, and so I hope that it changes a little bit soon, man. Give it a couple months, man, or maybe another 4 or 5 months. By September, people will feel so trapped that they will need to come out and hike.
And also, when you have days that are 80 to 90% chance of rain, a lot of people, even though there was a lot of people out here during this last bout of rain, a lot of them we were picking up earlier than their intended stop because of all the rain going on for them. So we do have a decrease in rain coming up starting tomorrow. So hopefully it stays away for a little bit, even though it's good for replenishing. People want to get outside too.
Yeah, that rain is hardcore. And for some people like me, man, when it's gonna rain, stuff starts hurting. Yeah, like yesterday or the day before yesterday, it didn't even. It just popped on out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I couldn't move my shoulder, and it was. And so yesterday it was a little bit better, and then today, as long as I don't tweak it or pick up things or just do anything quick movements and stuff, just slow exercises and stretches, man, and heating pad. And it's coming out of it. I did do a little bit of ibuprofen the first day, man, because I was in pain. I usually don't eat that stuff, but I did that day, man, because it hurt really bad, man. And so, but yeah, this rain definitely will stop people from coming out here for numerous reasons, mine being the pain. And so, but tomorrow we will be on hiking from Neil Gap to Tesnity or Hog Pen. I'm not sure which one yet. We'll see what goes on. We have a few friends coming, and then we have a friend coming up on Monday to visit. He rented a cabin for 2 days, and we haven't met him yet. So, but we talk a lot online and in the background, and so he's a real cool dude. And so he's coming up on Monday to visit, and hopefully we can link up and hang out. It'd be really cool. And so in the past, a lot of people used to come around, or they still do, and They come at the wrong times, man, because we're always in the midst of like through hike and it's the most exciting time too, man. But by mid through hike, we're burnt out, man, and just trying to make it through the day. And you know what I mean, man? And it's hard to visit. It really is, because when we get on the phones, it's you can't really talk to anyone. You have to. Everything has to be right. And so I feel bad sometimes because I can't. It's like, man, I'd love to, you know, I just can't. And so it's hard to break away. But now we're going to be June and July and August is usually a little bit slower time. July is our slowest.
Yeah, it gets hot, and then there's the thunderstorms.
I'm wondering if this year, though, man, is going to be more during the summer, because I feel like there's some calls coming in for June. I don't think it's usually this.
We do get
Yeah.
some going on. I think July heading into August is probably the quieter time because it's so hot and humid. Or if it's not hot and humid, then you have the thunderstorms
Sure.
going on. And this year's been a really wet year so far.
It's been extremely wet this year. And so this is a partial rainforest, guys. And it is really wet, super wet.
Yeah. And then, you know, of course, we had the hurricane season starting June 1st, and that affects us. We get a lot of rain from that.
Hurricane season starting June 1st, and it feels like we've already been through a few, man.
It does. This reminds me of South Florida. You know, when I first moved to South Florida years and years ago, the first 2 weeks I lived there and moved into my house, it did nothing but rain. And I thought, this is sunny Florida. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be the sunshine state and nothing but rain for 2 weeks. I knew nothing about hurricane season, but I educated myself and learned that this is what happens.
20 years.
There for long enough.
Mary's a Floridian, really. Even though she's from New Hampshire, Massachusetts, she's still a Floridian. So that's what I call the Floridian. Oh, Flatlander. When she first started driving out here in the mountains, man. We're coming down off Blood Mountain, man, down 129, man, and it was like she's stomping the brakes. And so it took a while for her to learn how to drive on hills again, because Florida, I mean, the biggest hill is like Fort Pierce, the bridge that goes up over like that, man, or something, or the Sunshine Skyway probably, or the highest point I believe is like 213 feet or something. That I can't remember what the hill's called, but that's the highest point. It's got like this big old monument on top of it too, I believe.
Yeah, well, I learned how to drive out here. I remember, though, the first year I was stopping on every corner, and then, you know, when there'd be a little animal, the brakes would come on, and it's like, wait a minute. All the cars behind me, it looked like that old game Centipede, all the cars squiggling down the mountain. But now I got it. You know, it just takes a minute to figure out how to drive safely out here. Yes. That's all.
I love it, man. It does take a while to get used to what's going on out here and to be aware of the deer and the bear and everything that runs out in front of you or stands on the side of the road and waits for you to almost drive by, and then they run out in front of you. I mean, you just have to know, man. And so Jordan's hit a bear and a deer now. Poor guy.
Oh, and there's an extra thing out here right now with all the rain. There's turtles all over the road.
Yes, dude. Oh, it makes me so angry when I see people like dart towards them just to kill the turtle, man. You'll see them splattered in the road, man, like their shell broken and stuff, man. And we try to get up. And so if you are going to move a turtle across the road, make sure that you take him in the direction that he's pointed in. So if he's pointed that way, man, you take him in that direction and put him over in the grass, man, and let him go wherever they were going.
I want to add something to that. If you pick up a turtle, I just read this last year. I used to think that you'd always pick them up by the shell and carry them across the road, but I read about picking up turtles, pick them up from underneath because of the way their shell is attached to them. You'll cause them pain and discomfort and stress if you pick them up by the shell. You know how we pick them up by the sides there. Pick them up from underneath and support their weight because the way they're attached to their shell, it does hurt them.
They get angry, man. Those little heads, dude, they go into their shell, man, but then they're like,
I had one hissing at me
Yeah,
one
it's
time. I'm
dude.
coming out of Springer. He's on the dirt road, and I'm thinking this dude's gonna get squashed. So I stop the car. I get out. I go near him. He's hissing at me. So I got a stick and I encouraged him across the road. But he was pretty angry the entire time.
Dude, those snapping these aren't snapping turtles, but snapping turtles will also
I saw a snap.
they'll mess you up, man. Don't mess with those old they'll snap your finger.
Like Don was saying, those heads come around a lot further.
Yeah,
than
they
you
do,
think.
man. They come out
Absolutely.
and they swing around, man.
But
They're
anyways,
cute little
let's
things,
rescue
though.
the turtles. Let's keep them all safe. Let's keep everything safe out here. But let's just practice caution as we do it.
Yeah, dude, the little turtle, man. Anyways, I think that's about it, man. We're just gonna babble if we go any further. So, anyways, guys, be safe out there, man. Watch out for those little turtles. They are definitely crossing, and of course, deer and bear are everywhere right now. So, yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
We are good, guys. Thank you so much. If anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle, man. We're here for you. Peace.